What's up YouTube, this is Mathos97, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can tell by the title of the video, this is of course Smackdown vs. 2008 General Manager Mode. It's indeed episode 47, but today, well, first of all, I had a bit of a recording mistake here. It was either that or, no, actually, we're in Anaheim, California, so I went back, tried to play those two matches to get the hometown sort of victory bonus. Except Taker, I was like, hey, I'll simulate this, maybe he'll win. He didn't win. But anyway, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're not here to talk GM mode, we're here to talk WWE 2K15. And first of all, if you guys like this sort of discussion, sort of topic in this video, if you want me to maybe do one more, I could possibly do one more, like, 2K15 discussion episode for this GM mode, possibly. If you guys really like it, leave some comments, questions, sort of, all those little tidbits and whatnot in the comment section of this video and any future GM mode video. But of course, that's if you want me to do another one of these. And hopefully this commentary doesn't mess up, because this is going to be something kind of hard to replicate, so knock on wood there. But anyway, so basically what this video is going to be about, I'm going to be discussing my current thoughts on what has been revealed for the new WWE 2K15 game. And I just want to say, I'm doing this commentary August 18th, that is a Monday. It's a couple of hours before Monday Night Raw, and at this point there has been no gameplay revealed, like official, and I put air quotes around official gameplay. I know that there was some at Gamescom, but there's none, like no gameplay trailer, nothing like that, nothing with like an actual capture device, nothing official, no official gameplay. So I have to say, at this point, I'm hoping to get this video up on Tuesday, which, I mean, I was really trying to wait to do this commentary because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any new information, especially with the roster reveal coming out on Saturday, which would have been 2 days ago for me. And the roster reveal, I gotta say, I'm not expecting that to be the full roster. I crunched some numbers, did some math, because I'm the whiz at that, but anyway, I did some number crunching and whatnot, and the WWE13 roster had about 102 superstars, and I think we might have got, I don't remember if it was 59 or 62. So I know there were 3 superstars for WWE.com that they revealed, but that wasn't on the 2K roster page, which was kind of confusing. I assume they'll be announced later on. But at this point, you know, we have a little over half the roster size that WWE13 had. And while I wouldn't be surprised if the roster size may be a bit smaller, I'm not sure. I'm thinking, you know, NXT mode was confirmed, or not NXT mode. NXT was confirmed for career mode, so you'd have to assume that the NXT superstars will be on the roster as well. They'll be later to be revealed, I guess, once we learn more details about career mode. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were the current gen consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. They're current gen exclusive, since career mode is current gen exclusive, and NXT was confirmed for career mode by Renee Young at the panel. So wouldn't surprise me if the NXT guys are not on the last gen consoles, PS3 and Xbox 360. But, I don't know, even then, I think, you know, if you're playing, no matter what, if you're playing on the older consoles, you're playing on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, it's going to be, you know, I think you're going to be really missing out. And I think that, you know, that's a bit disappointing, I guess, because, you know, not everyone can afford the next-gen consoles at this point in time for whatever reason. But, I mean, you know, you gotta say, with stepping up to the current gen consoles, and they're making superstars a completely different way. I watched some Smack Talks videos about this, and I kind of feel like I understand this a little bit better. But just sort of the technology, it's much easier to create superstars, their models, in the current gen consoles. Or I'm still gonna call them next gen, PS4 and Xbox One. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this career mode. I do plan on doing a series on it. If you guys don't want to see a career mode, I guess let me know down in the comment section. If you do want to see career mode, let me know as well. But I think I want to at least give it a shot. I feel like I'd be stupid not to give it a try, because, you know, once I wrap up GM mode, I'll have 2 universe mode series, And, 2K is practically giving me an opportunity to have a new series. Because, I mean, with WWE games, there hasn't really been too many, like, big modes that you can do too much with. I know GM mode and Universe seem like the two really popular ones for YouTube. But now, they're practically giving us that next big thing for people who make YouTube videos and just people who play the game in general. It's going to give the game overall more replayability now that we have two core game modes that we can play. And I'm not talking showcase mode, which in of itself is looking pretty interesting. It's going to have a similar presentation style as 30 Years of WrestleMania, which I really like the presentation of 30 Years of WrestleMania. I mean, it may not be everyone's cup of tea because, it's playing the older matches, stuff that people have already seen. But overall, I think the presentation was executed very well. All the highlight packages and everything like that, and, the modes in the game. I thought it was really cool. The in-game cutscenes, I should say. I thought it was really cool. And I think this whole rivalry, the showcase mode with the rivalries, is looking pretty appealing. I'm trying to say something that's not interesting, and I know intriguing is another one, but that's just kind of the cop-out way to avoid saying interesting. But, oh, big RKO there from Matt Hardy in the background. But yeah, basically this is just sort of GM mode gameplay in the background for this commentary. So I apologize if you would prefer me to do commentary for GM mode videos. Then I guess tell me not to do another one of these 2K discussion videos. But anyways, I kind of distracted myself there. With showcase mode, we have CM Punk and John Cena, the rivalry, which I was a bit surprised about, to be honest. I did hear that CM Punk did not get his face scanned as of yet, and I doubt he will anytime before the game comes out. So he's, not really going to live up, or not live up. He's really not going to stack up well. His model's not going to appear the same as great as any of the other ones because he didn't have his face scanned. Hopefully it's just still, I mean, it's going to look better than his WWE 2K14 model, just, It's going to be kind of interesting when you compare, like the legends and some of the superstars who don't get their faces scanned, to compare that on compare that on the PS4 and Xbox One, if you kind of compare that to the 360 and PS3 versions. I mean, considering they both are kind of using the same, or at least similar technology. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see, I guess. But I was really surprised they didn't do a Cena-Orton rivalry. I figured that was going to be one of the ones that they would do. But you never know. It's still a possibility, because they did say that there's going to be DLC rivalries for this career mode, or not career, for this showcase mode, which I really like. I mean, we need to get some more useful DLC, if that's the word I'm looking for. I don't think that's quite the word, but what I mean by this is, we usually just get moves and superstars and that sort of thing, and it's kind of just, more generic stuff. But, with showcase mode, if we can download, other rivalries, that's going to bring overall more replayability to the game as well. And, I think it'd be cool if we could, I mean, this is just sort of an example, but say, Ric Flair's not in the game, and maybe we could do, I don't know, this might not be a great, no, let me think of an example. Two guys who aren't confirmed for the game as of yet. Say maybe we get like a DDP Randy Savage rivalry, where it comes with superstars that you got to download for the rivalry. That's not, the best example, but you kind of get, you should kind of get what I'm trying to say here. Downloadable superstars that apply to this showcase mode. I think that'd be really cool. Get their move sets as well, all that good jazz. I don't know. I'm really excited for this game. I mean, the fact that there hasn't been any gameplay released yet, the graphics are looking great in 4 or 5 screenshots we've seen so far, and then that one teaser trailer. I mean, the hype for this game, I'm just super hyped, and there hasn't even been gameplay shown yet. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky, and for me tonight at Raw, they're gonna have a gameplay trailer. I doubt it, but if there is, I wouldn't be able to talk about it on this commentary because that's later for me. Even if I do manage to get this commentary up on Tuesday, and I do apologize if this might be a bit all over the place. I don't really, I'm not running with a script or anything. I don't have this in any sort of lineup, so maybe next time I could try to prepare it a bit more, but I usually, talk off the cuff, and it's just, shoot from the hip. I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm using cliches here. See, this is what I mean. I don't run by a script, and sometimes what I say is good, sometimes it's not. But anyway, so overall, I have to say with the roster reveal, I thought it looked pretty impressive so far from what we've seen. There's a lot more current day superstars, which is what a lot of people have been asking for, and it's what I've been kind of looking forward to as well. I was kind of surprised that we got Tyson Kidd as a part of the roster. I'm really excited to play as Tyson Kidd. Justin Gabriel, I guess, would have been a surprise if he hadn't already said that he was getting his face scanned. I'm kind of still hoping that they could reveal some of the more recently brought up talent like Rusev, Adrian Neville, Paige, and not Neville, well, probably with NXT anyway, but, you know, Rusev, Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, Paige, Emma, you know, those superstars, but I'm not really going to complain about them so much. I mean, I do think they should be in the game, but, you know, it's kind of been the same issue in recent years with that, you know, the ones who are more recently brought up don't get introduced in the game. But I would think, you know, with an NXT roster, some of those superstars who were brought up from NXT would have had their faces scanned anyway if they're going to be in the game, whether it's as part of the NXT roster or how that's going to play out. But I do got to say that with, you know, we're missing some superstars here, like my boy Heath Slater. He's not revealed for the game as of yet. What's up with that? Sin Cara. I think Alicia Fox was one of the divas that really stood out in mind. And there may have been some other ones that I'm not thinking of. Zack Ryder wasn't confirmed, but wouldn't shock me if he wasn't. But when they did say, you know, they had 90% of the roster scanned, does that mean 90% of the 2K roster or 90% of the WWE roster? So, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what that means, if maybe they'll get introduced later, but I am looking forward to the reveal of the rest of the roster, because the page, as of now, does say that more superstars are yet to be confirmed for the game, which is good, because, I mean, right now we would have about 59 or 62, I don't remember which it was. I mean, some of them are alternate attires as well. So, I mean, it's not the biggest roster in a WWE game, which is fine, but, I mean, we got created superstars, created content, you can go and make your own superstars, I guess, but I'm still expecting more of a roster reveal yet for this game. Who am I looking forward to play as the most? I don't know, I was really looking forward to if they would have Paige in the game to kind of, you know, use that Scorpion Crosslock, or Deathlock, what is it? No, not Deathlock, that's Sting. What am I saying? It's the... I don't remember what it's called now. Why can I not remember it? If you would ask me, like, any other time, I would have remembered it. I'm not thinking of it right now. Man, I apologize for that, but... You know, Paige's moveset I was kind of looking forward to as one of the better Divas movesets, but obviously Seth Rollins, his moveset has only expanded since he's, you know, gone out as a single superstar. So his is, you know, going to live up to, hopefully going to live up to its 2K14 counterpart as well. I know that was probably, in my opinion, the best moveset of the game. I don't know, any new superstars they brought in. Xavier Woods, I'm looking forward to playing as him. Looking forward to bringing him into universe mode. I don't know, there isn't really too many that I can think of right now that I'm looking forward to playing as. You know, Brock Lesnar just hit a bunch of German suplexes. That could be fun, you know, go online, just spam people with German suplexes. No, I'm just kidding, I don't got time for that. I don't have any time to spam people online, that's not what I do. But, I don't know, this is coming off of SummerSlam, so I am going to mention that I really love SummerSlam. In case you didn't know, if you might have missed it, if you're not subscribed to Brendan Plays, then go over and check out his channel, because I did a review and analysis of SummerSlam along with him and Ian Han Wrestling. So I'll put a link to that in the description. I did that just the other day. It was really late. I was actually up until like 2:30, 3 a.m. or so in the morning, and that's new for me, because I'm usually a morning person. So, you know, I'm usually in bed by midnight and up at like 9 in the morning or something. But yeah, usually I'm more of a morning person, so that was a bit... I mean, I've stayed up later than that before, but, you know, I was a little bit tired after that went down, but, you know, I think it was worth it. I had a fun time, so if you haven't seen that already, be sure to go check it out. But yeah, that's it for the shameless plugging of SummerSlam and all that. But I do gotta say props to John Cena for putting Lesnar over like he did. Spoilers, by the way, I should have said that sooner, but spoilers if you haven't seen SummerSlam. Lesnar won, but you'll be seeing that on Raw. You would have seen that on Raw by now anyway, unless you don't watch WWE right now, then you don't care. Anyway, let's get back to talking 2K14, shall we? So I gotta say, the most recent screenshots of Goldust have looked the best so far. They've been incredible. I mean, not to take anything away from the Cena and Orton screenshots, I thought they both looked fantastic. Randy Orton, you know, you could see, I mean, even on the back of Cena's head, you could see, like, the textures and everything. The clothes look like more realistic, you know, you can actually see the designs and the textures, all that good jazz. But I mean, I don't know, I'd have to say Goldust has probably had the best screenshots. It almost looked like a photo, the one they had with Goldust. I mean, the face paint, it's not perfect. You can see the little gaps in the face paint and everything. Man, just 2K. Give me this game now. Forget October. I'm not waiting until October. Give me the game now. Now! Ah, man, I really want to play this game. Really looking forward to it. Career mode, universe mode. Ah, man, just give me this game now. Ah, man. The hype is real for this game, folks. I mean, if you haven't gone and pre-ordered it, which I haven't, I should go do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow, because my local game store's closed today. But tomorrow, I should probably go pre-order that game. Be a good idea. I suggest you do the same as well, because you get to play as Sting. I haven't even talked about Sting yet. Ah, the hype. The hype, man. Just that one trailer. I mean, nothing had been revealed for 2K15 at that point. And then, you know, just confirming Sting as the pre-order bonus was... wow. Internet exploded. Sting. 2 versions of Sting at that. So you get the Crow Sting and you get the retro Surfer Sting. I'm really looking forward to using Sting. I know last year I pre-ordered the game from my local game store and kind of got gypped out of the Ultimate Warrior. And that's because stupid GameStop took all the copies with the freaking pre-order codes. So thanks, GameStop. You know, really putting down other local gaming stores that aren't quite as big. But, you know, hopefully this year I'll be able to get Sting. Otherwise, be a little upset. But I might actually, you know, buy Sting online then, if I have to. Whereas Ultimate Warrior, I didn't feel the need to get him. I think it'd be kind of cool if Warrior was in the game this year just because of, you know, what went down. But I don't know if he really necessarily needs to be in the game. But overall, the roster is looking really good. Sting being the pre-order bonus is looking epic. We have the Hulk Hogan Special Edition, or the Collector's Edition, I should say. Well, I think it's both. I think you can say either. But, I don't know. I personally am not too impressed with the Hulk Hogan Collector's Edition. I mean, I'm not much of a collector, though, so that could be partially saying something. I mean, there's a piece of the ring. I guess that would be, you know, the most interesting part about the edition. But, I mean, what am I going to do with a piece of... what am I going to do with a piece of the ring apron? What am I going to do with that? Am I going to, you know, put it in a picture frame and cherish it for the rest of my life? Like, I don't know. I just kind of want stuff for the game. So the special edition isn't really for me. So, I mean, you know, just to get the Sting codes. I mean, it'd be cool to have, you know, the editions of Hogan. But, I mean, I think we're going to be getting, like, a retro Hogan anyway. Because there were 3 renders for Hulk Hogan. So I'd assume that there's going to be one to play as anyway. So I won't really need the special edition. But if there's not one to play as, and if they all kind of come with a special edition, then I guess I won't just play as Hogan. Or maybe I'll buy him. Maybe I'll buy him online afterwards for, what is it, the $1.99 or whatever it is. I'm talking US dollars, by the way, unless you're from the UK or, I don't know, any other place with a different currency. Anywho, so let's see, what have I talked about? The pre-order bonus, the special edition. I mean, overall, I've stressed this before, but the hype for this game, man, it's unreal. And there hasn't even been gameplay. I can't wait to see the gameplay, you know, official gameplay. There was some at Gamescom. And I gotta say, that little, when you start off the match and you kind of have that sort of mini-game where it's, I mean, it's not really a mini-game, but that's, I don't know what else to call it, so that's what I'm calling it, where, you know, you go into the grapple, and then you gotta, you know, press the button combination and then move the stick for the hot spot, or whatever they called it. It looks kind of confusing from what I saw from the Gamescom footage. But I assume that'll be something like once you get it down, once you know what it's about and what you're supposed to do, it wouldn't be that difficult. I like the approach they're taking to this year's game. You know, they're kind of denouncing the old arcadey, fast-paced style games, making it more of a slower-paced simulation style to make it more of a realistic gameplay. And there's apparently different. You know, the AI has gotten a bit better. It doesn't do as many stupid things as they did in past games, and man, you know, like where they run around the ring and, you know, they could easily enter the ring, but instead they run around to the camera side and then slide in the ring. I mean, I don't know, just something like that. It was said that they don't do as many stupid things, at least from, you know, the beta version or whatever that the person was playing on. But hopefully, you know, the gameplay can be stepped up a little bit better. Apparently that the breaking point submissions are back. I personally like the breaking point style. I just don't like how it's super easy to lose or win with the submission hold. I mean, I kind of like the old Smackdown vs. 2007 and 6, and it might have been in early games before that. But, you know, that kind of style. But I guess the button mashing probably isn't good for the controller, so I don't know. I never personally really understood, like, the right and left sort of sticks where you could move it around, like in 08 and up until 2011, where I never really kind of understood that submission, but I think it was a bit more fair, so maybe I guess if they go back to that, if they would have to in a future game. But overall, you know, I don't usually, I mean, the online league that I play on anyway doesn't use submission finishers, and usually whenever I'm playing the game in like Universe or whatever, it's usually by the time it's a submission, it doesn't, well, no, submissions are actually kind of bad, kind of overpowered, but you know what, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, as long as they can fix that in a future game, it'd be fine. This is the big game, we're making the big change to the next-gen consoles, so, I mean, I guess it's understandable if there are a few, you know, things with the gameplay that they don't manage to fix, but anyway, with the Universe Mode, I'm really looking forward to see what kind of new features they might bring in the Universe Mode. They could possibly incorporate, like, they already have some features you can toggle on and off, so maybe they could possibly bring in more GM mode-like features. Maybe, because I know I see people that I've talked to anyway who would kind of like to see some GM mode features, like, I don't know, ratings and that sort of thing kind of brought into Universe Mode. I think that's something they could maybe do, where they, you know, instead of bringing back GM mode, they could kind of bring in these optional features to Universe Mode that can make it more like GM mode. But I personally am fine with Universe Mode. If they wouldn't bring those types of features in, I think I'd be okay with it. But I really like some of the features they have introduced in 2K14, and I'm really interested to see if they could bring anything new in 2K15 now that they're like officially taking over. It's 2K doesn't have THQ doesn't have their fingerprints on this game like they did last year. So hopefully we can get some new Universe Mode features, and hopefully they're not, you know, completely focused on career mode. But I mean, if they put more focus into career mode than Universe Mode, that would make sense. I mean, Universe Mode, even if nothing new were changed to it, I'm still gonna play Universe Mode. I really like it if they could incorporate, you know, the story designer aspect into it, so you can just like more easily put cutscenes into the mode. But, you know, I guess it's not too big of a deal. Story designer, I don't think has been confirmed yet. So, I mean, hopefully it is. Hopefully there's some way that you can incorporate cutscenes. Maybe if they took out story designer and just kind of, you know, moved it more into Universe Mode. So, you know, the cutscenes are all with Universe Mode and that sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. I think they should overall just keep the story designer mode. It's usually a pretty unique thing that that people can do. They can create their own stories, put them up on community creations, even do them on YouTube, all that good stuff. I personally think they should keep story designer, but if they were to, you know, implement it into Universe Mode, yeah, I wouldn't mind that, you know, hint hint. But what else haven't I talked about with 2K14? I feel like I could be missing out on a lot or nothing. That tends to be how my commentaries work. But you know, with the roster, I really like some of the superstars that they did bring in. I mean, this year it seems like the legends are more of legends. It's not focused on any particular timeline. It's more, you know, just bringing, you know, the usual legends we tend to see, like Stone Cold, like The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, those sort of people. And then we got, you know, of course, Hogan and Sting. Kind of surprised that Edge wasn't confirmed, or Christian. I mean, yeah, there are a couple superstars that they missed out on that they didn't reveal at the roster reveal. You know, there were some superstars they missed out on, like I said earlier, with Heath and Sin Cara and now Christian, you know. I don't know, they kind of dropped the ball with some of these superstars, but I don't know, maybe they couldn't get their faces scanned, or maybe they're just waiting to reveal them. Not exactly sure how that works, but You know, they did say they got 90% of the roster scanned at one point. I'd imagine they got the whole roster. So hopefully there's more yet to come as far as the roster goes. But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, like if you want me to do another one of these 2K15 discussion videos, it's not going to be immediately, of course. I'm gonna let it go for a little while. Maybe I could do one like right before 2K15's release, once we've seen gameplay and we've got the full roster and everything like that. But I definitely want to do several more episodes of GM Mode before I would do another one of these. So if you do want to see me do another 2K15 discussion video, whether it be GM Mode or maybe do its own sort of video, be sure to let me know and leave some questions, anything you'd like me to answer. And, you know, as more information does get revealed, feel free on any GM Mode video, or you can even go to my Universe video, anything. Pokemon even if you feel the need. If you have any questions about, you know, my opinions on any new information that's released about 2K15, like if there's a gameplay trailer coming out soon, cross your fingers. I mean, for you guys, it may have already happened yet. I don't know. I can't predict the future. There could be one on Raw. I don't know. But, like I said, if there's any questions that you have for me, anything you want me to discuss about WWE 2K15, or if you don't even want me to do another discussion video about 2K15, you want me to just let it go, whatever your opinion is, let me know in the comment section. Whether it's of this video, and like I said, even in the future, leave me future topics for discussion about 2K15. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We're going to go ahead and, you know, discuss some GM Mode now. We just went through 2 weeks because I wanted to make sure I had enough time to discuss 2K15, and I think this was, you know, about the right amount. I think it did well. But let's go ahead and take a look at our roster. We got to make sure, got to check and make sure no one's popularity, you know, just plummets for whatever reason that happens. And here we go. We got a bunch of contracts expiring. Hopefully I have enough money to afford those. So let's go ahead. I mean, there were a lot of names there. So let's go ahead and take a look. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there were 7 there. I mean, of course, you know, the screen no, there might have only been 6. The screen loaded up in between, so I didn't get to count them all. I don't think we're going to have enough. We're not going to have enough. We've got Burke, and we've got Nitro. We do not have enough money to sign them both. So that means there's going to have to be a trade. And like I had been saying, there was going to be a point where I would record the rest of GM Mode to kind of finish it up. I'm far from finishing it yet, but I have recorded through the month of February at this point. I just recorded some earlier today. So, I mean, really, any suggestions for like trades, that sort of thing, or feuds or anything like that? I mean, you could suggest a match at this point, but if you want to suggest a rivalry or anyone that I should trade for, then that probably isn't, that's probably not going to happen. Unless, you know, I have more contract issues and I just randomly wind up trading. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with my voice, but luckily the commentary is coming to an end soon, so I won't have to talk for too much longer. But anyway, like I was saying, if there's like any trades you want me to do, unless, like I said, unless a contract expires, and at that point, I'll probably, you know, try to execute a trade on my own. Just kind of make a judgment call if anyone's contract starts to expire and I don't have the money, because I don't want to lose somebody. I don't want someone to go to free agency. That wouldn't be good, because then we get nothing out of it. So, you know, even if we can at least trade a guy away at 1 week left on his contract, then we can at least get something out of it. So right here, I'm kind of, you know, going back and forth on who I should trade for. I will say that I've already made this trade, like I said, because I've recorded up to, well, the next time I go to record, it'll be the first episode of March, which is the month of WrestleMania, so the road to WrestleMania definitely on its way there. And it is a good thing we have our ECW brand exclusive pay-per-view. It's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, so hopefully that's going to bring us some extra hype leading up to the grandest showcase of them all, the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania. It's WWE Super Bowl, and hopefully that is our time to win the ratings war. At this point, I don't know. We still have a lot of ground to make up. The game is cheating us out of these ratings so far, man. 4.5 star for Smackdown. There is no way. That is completely bogus ratings. We got 4 star, and every match was 4 star except for that one. So, you know, by this, you know, messed up rating scale, we should have gotten like a 5.5 star show. I mean, this is crazy. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching, and as always, keep on YouTubing.